Americans, seriously, we need to have a real conversation about people that are put in positions to do public service roles. Law enforcement, judiciary, public servants of any kind. We really have to root out people that are just heinous individuals towards certain groups of people. I'm sorry, but you have to be objective and you have to treat everyone equally when you're doing public service. You don't get to go, well, this is the side I align with, so I get to treat other people that I have an imagined perception of like shit. Like, I'm just watching a video where one of these ICE or CBP or DHS fucking thugs, there's a memorial candle out for Renee Good, who just was murdered. It's on video. There's more videos that came out. It is clear as fucking day. That's an open and shut case. Lawyers who have defended cops before said, no, I would be advising them to take a plea deal, anything less than a life sentence. I might be able to get the jury to kind of go, I don't know, for the first shot, but shots 2 and 3, no. This dude had a history, no doubt. He probably had PTSD. There was an incident a while back of him getting dragged, but I would venture a guess, judging by the way that this guy has behaved, his judgment is not great. And it sounded like he put himself in harm's way in the other case, which there's no defense for that. If you get hurt doing your job, which these people are not. Like, Americans really need to wake up, especially like MAGA folks who are, I'm sorry, but if you don't understand that Renee Good was murdered, that's a homicide. We saw it on video, broad fucking daylight, multiple fucking angles, no justification whatsoever. He had no authority over her. She's a U.S. citizen. They are not police. They are not law enforcement officers. They have a specific role with immigration, and even with that, they still have to do it in a lawful manner, right? And that has not been what's happening. It's not. He had no reason to do what he did. They were telling her to move her car, and she was in the process. She had let one vehicle go. Nobody was fucking blocked, and they decided to move up on her for, I don't know why. I don't know why, but they didn't have any, none of this needed to happen. And another fucking thug gets in the face of somebody who's protesting, because we have a right to protest when our government is doing things that are unlawful, unconstitutional. If they are operating within the guidelines of how our rule of law works, how our government works, if they're acting constitutionally, we don't really have that much to say. We might have some disagreements here and there, but nothing crazy. And we do things by normal channels. But when they block us from the normal channels and they're operating outside the law, they're acting lawlessly, we have a fascist government right now. Somebody was just fucking murdered in broad daylight. People have a right to fucking protest, and they had a memorial. And these fucking motherfuckers can't even respect the fucking dignity of people putting out fucking a memorial, putting out candles. They spit in the face of us. They spit in the face of good Americans that are defending their neighborhoods. Fucking MAGA, seriously. What would you do if an occupying force came into your neighborhoods and they're kidnapping people? And you hear, oh my fucking God, they brought U.S. citizens. These people have no business grabbing these people, and they sent them to CCOT, where they're tortured round the clock. They're beaten, fucking brutalized, put in stress positions for over 12 hours at a time. The conditions are horrid. They send them to concentration camps. If it was your fucking neighbor, if it was your kid, if it was you, if it was your grandmother, if it was your coworker, you would say, hell fucking no. So how are you not getting this? What, because it's not you? Why does it have to be that it has to be you for you to fucking process this shit on a human level? I am outraged. I'm an American fucking veteran. I sacrificed 8 years of my life. And then I come to find out, because I didn't know until much later, that the Iraq war, they fucking lied us into that shit. There were no weapons of mass destruction. It was nonsense. Fucking over oil, fucking over our corporations getting better fucking deals. It's heinous. Fucking bloodshed. Over 1 million fucking lives lost in Iraq. So many other people maimed, injured, displaced. They fucked up that whole place. And so many of our lives, so many of our soldiers died because of that shit. I lost people. I lost people when I came home from fucking PTSD, man. So our wars are bullshit. Wars over oil, regime change wars, destabilizing other nations just because they want self-determination, self-governance, just because it's left of whatever the fuck these greedy fucking psychos on the right or America, they're not comfortable with other countries just trying to take care of their own fucking people. We fucking take their resources. We put assholes in charge that brutalize them, dictators. We fund and arm 73% of the world's dictators. You're fighting on the wrong side. You're fighting for the tiny little fraction of 1% who could give two fucks about you. They don't even know. You're backing people that are perfectly fine with systematically brutalizing us like they did to the Palestinians in Gaza and are still doing. The same companies, the same corporations, the same goddamn government, the fucking Zionist psychos in Israel, the Zionist fucking supporters, and they have fucking Zionist handlers, AIPAC handlers, and for like 96% of our Congress members are bought and sold by these corporations. This is not the shit to support, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I see people fucking laughing about this woman being shot. There have been other people shot. There's been like 30 incidents involving ICE and CBP. CBP, Customs and Border Patrol people, are fucking brutal. They're an occupying force in our country. You say you're for the Second Amendment to defend against government tyranny. What do you call this? They've sent the military into our streets. They send this like paramilitary SS like motherfucking Gestapo in the name of Homeland Security, and it's not making us secure. We are a nation under threat, paid for with our tax dollars. They are brutalizing our people. I'm standing up for constitutional rights of all people. I swore an oath to defend my nation from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And Jesus Christ, do we have fucking threats domestically and foreign threats like fucking Israel? And then I don't know what the fuck Putin wants to do. China's not a threat. Iran's not a fucking threat. There's so many of these other nations that haven't been a threat. They haven't been a threat for fucking decades. We are the threat. We caused the stability. We are a fucking terrorist fucking nation, man. And the sooner we realize that the fucking oligarchs around the world are the ones that are pulling the strings and causing so much unnecessary misery. Guys, the planet is fucking rich with resources. We have so many good people that just want to make things better, and we could have it. But we have to stop these corporate fucking psychos, these people that want to privatize everything so we have nothing. You have to understand, like, tax cuts and privatization and decreases in regulation, those are fucking shackles. They're shackles. And you give them more power, we lose every single time exponentially. Guys, we cannot get this fucking wrong. We need to have a rainbow coalition, the likes we have never seen in the world. Because if we do not do that, if we do not defeat fascism in both corporate ass fucking parties in the United States, we're cooked. You need to look into what fucking Palantir has been able to do. They are a vicious nightmare fucking company. The people that are behind that shit and allies with them, these fascist fucking technocratic feudalist assholes that say democracy is inconvenient for us because we don't like any restrictions and we want to own everything, control everything, and make the rest of us serfs. You think the left is scary? It doesn't make any sense. Like, the only way that you can make the left scary is if you have no idea what the left actually represents and what the left actually fucking does. It's like misunderstanding the Black Panthers, who, in the face of strong opposition, like our U.S. government considered them enemies. Why? Because they were taking care of their own fucking communities. Oh, how dare they? How dare they? How dare the Underground Railroad free slaves? Because people are not meant to be locked in the chains. We hate women for not wanting to be subjugated as second-class citizens, constantly under fucking threat because of men. Because men have been raised to be fucking monsters. And our kids, when are we ever going to actually have real rights for children? When are we going to actually make society healthier to raise families in and to raise kids so they can be healthy, wonderful members, informed people that participate and love their communities and are loved by their communities? We're killing ourselves for stupid fucking reasons because we're being put up against each other. And these fucking oligarchs that manipulate our media. Like, look close to Donald Trump. Shit ton of our media is owned by just like a few people. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. They're not spreading love and joy and unity and solidarity and promising anything remotely better for us. They fucking lie to you when they're trying to get more money. Like, oh yeah, like we're gonna say like immigrants are stealing our jobs when like they do the jobs that nobody wants to do, and even if you wanted to do them, they don't pay enough to live because these assholes have bought up so much stuff and driven up the prices of everything. You wouldn't be able to afford to fucking live if you worked on the salary of a job that an immigrant takes. And we mistreat these people. Most of them, so many of these people have been like they have generational ties to this land. Most Mexicans and Latino people are descendants of Native Americans. Everybody here in this country is an immigrant. They've come from immigrants. What are we doing? Why are we being so fucking cruel to people? It's insane. They're not the problem. Trans people, seriously, there's like, what, 1%, 1.5% of trans people? They don't fucking hurt anybody. And even if they did, we have fucking laws. If they did something, they go to court. That's it. Problem solved. There's not an issue. Why are you gonna fucking go after their fucking healthcare? You just how is making trans people's lives make you any more safe? It doesn't. How does it make your life better? Oh, it doesn't. How does taking away women's right to abortion affect you in any fucking way? What, that you're like imaginary, like saving kids? No, you're not. No, you're not. Look at the fucking outcomes. Look, we know what happened before. We didn't have fucking Roe v. Wade, man. There was more back alley abortions, more women dead, more kids born in the situations that don't serve them. Our foster care systems are horrible because we don't fucking fund anything thanks to fucking Republicans. Conservatives in both parties refuse to fucking, they give tax cuts to the rich so they can hoard even more money and control all of us even more. They don't create fucking jobs. They just got like the biggest fucking tax cuts we've had in forever. And what do? This economy, they've cut over what, like almost, I think it's over like 1.2 million jobs. They're promising to eliminate all the jobs if this whole AI thing works out. How's this immigrants? How? And if immigrants commit crimes, they get arrested and they get deported. That's the legal process. We don't need DHS. We don't need ICE. We don't need CBP. We've had different systems in place for a lot longer before those came to be. It's just brutalizing black and brown people, which doesn't solve anything. It just hurts people. And if you have systems that will target the marginalized, that establishes a framework to hold you down in case you become a threat. And right now, we are all a threat. Right now, this administration is basically saying, if you are opposed to us violating constitutional rights of people, if you recognize our abuse of authority that we don't have is something you disagree with, you're a radical leftist, domestic terrorist, Antifa super soldier or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Antifa is not an organization. It's an ideology. It just means anti-fascist because fascists are a threat. You need to learn what fascism is. And that this government is absolutely a fascist fucking government. Heather Cox Richardson, a historian, very careful with her words. Her post today, she said it. She said what it was, said that is what they are. That is what this is. We're being targeted. We're being systematically assaulted. We have paramilitary forces in our streets. It's nothing to do with law enforcement. This is not legal. It's not constitutional. They're violating due process. They are kidnapping people. They have sent people out of the country to be sold into slavery. They have people as slaves on our soil, concentration camps. J.D. Vance, our vice president, has said the next move is they go door to door. That's what the SS did in Nazi Germany. In that case, they were looking for Jews. This time, they will be looking for black and brown people, anybody who doesn't fit their description of what an American is, and then most likely dissenters like me. But I'm an American. I'm a veteran. I serve my country. I'm an American citizen. I was born and raised here. I have roots that go way back. But I am under threat by this government. The standard now is they think they can just shoot you in the face for just being around a protest. In this case, she was just by her house. ICE came to her neighborhood. They gave conflicting orders. She tried to drive away. He pulled a gun, scared her shitless, and then killed her. She was a mother. She was a wife. Now her 6-year-old kid is orphaned, and I think she's got a couple of teenagers, too. Freedom isn't free. We're going to have to stand together, and we're going to have to answer the question. What are you willing to do to defend your fellow Americans? I don't call for violence, but I recognize that there's a pretty good probability that we're going to have to defend ourselves because these people are lawless. This is a tyrannical government. It is a fascist government. It is dangerous. And there are people that should be standing up for us much more than they are. And I worry what their alliances are. There are people in the Democratic Party that I'm like, I just don't understand how we're not seeing more. How are they not seeing this is not business as usual? This is not politics as usual. This is not, let's get to the midterms. This is not, let's get to 2028. Guys, we have to make it that long. They're not operating under the rules-based order at all. They've burned the rule book, and they're acting like the Constitution doesn't exist. So what are they going to do? What are we going to do? Again, what we can do. We can make a lot of noise locally. We can do a lot of things in local politics. We can run for office. We can step up the frequency of getting involved, like going to school board meetings, going to council meetings, raise your voice, organize locally, take care of each other, figure out who needs more mutual aid, get that stuff going, raise your voice, speak the truth. There's a lot of people that just want to confuse people with noise. And again, if you got this far, thank you. But if you have some nonsense to say, you think that I'm not telling the truth, I need you to just take a pause, take a day or two, and go look into this stuff more yourself and learn how to find credible sources of information. I think you should take a civics course. I think you should take some media literacy courses. I think you should take the free course that Harvard offers online on the Constitution, or find another one. But I'm not letting this stuff go. I'm not letting this go. I'm not okay with what's going on remotely. It's been so painful to watch for a year now of that man take office again, which was unconstitutional given his role in the insurrection. Jack Smith's testimony is something you definitely should look out or check out. He had him dead to rights. He had bulletproof case, without a shadow of a doubt. Trump would have gone to prison for his role in the insurrection, and he should have been in prison for a lot of different shit. Documents case, I followed that shit. Fucking Amy Coney Barrett should be behind bars. The right-wing Supreme Court justices should absolutely be behind bars. Heritage Foundation folks absolutely should be behind bars. And all these other right-wing think tanks folks that are in the White House cabinet right now, like Russell Vogt and what's his name, Carr, whatever. I'm hoping that we, grind this thing down and burn out this fascist movement quickly. But there's got to be an answer. There's got to be strong demands for accountability of all these people. All the cabinet members need to be prosecuted. That's not being partisan. That's not weaponizing the justice system. That's actually implementing the justice system. When people commit crimes, they need to be indicted and they need to face prosecution. These are criminals in the White House. These are gangsters. It's wannabe like mafia shit going on right now. And I'll say the same for the people that committed war crimes. They should be indicted. I don't care what party you're in. People that supplied weapons and arms to Israel to aid in the genocide, they should be prosecuted. I'm sure there are some restrictions for that, and then if anybody was involved with the Epstein's case, if there's evidence of crimes, I don't think statutes of limitations should apply, because the government has been, the DOJ for 5 presidential terms has been covering this shit up. So they should be prosecuted. There's a whole bunch of stuff like financial shit, whole bunch of shady deals. Like apparently Epstein goes all the way back to the Iran-Contra thing. Like look into that history. Like guys, seriously, I hate to break it to you, but like we've been the bad guy in the world for fucking forever. There's a reason why other countries call us the Great Satan. Because Jesus fucking Christ, man, we do heinous fucking shit. We act like the rules don't apply, and the only thing I can say about Trump is at least he's gone mask off. He's just like, well, fuck it, whatever. It's been like this. Might as well do it out in the open. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I think it's insane to risk our security. Our national security is. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I really don't know. He keeps fucking with Venezuela and Greenland and now Mexico and. They want to go Cuba. Like none of these neocons and like Hillary Clinton types, like the counterparts in the Democratic Party that have been like rah saber rattling for forever. Like they don't give a fuck. It's like for these companies that want to profit off of privatization, stealing other countries' resources, destabilizing the countries, causing mass migration. By the way, doing shit that worsens climate change. Yes, it's real. Sorry to break it to you. I'm not responsible for your delusions. I don't care who convincingly lied to you. That's a you problem. That's a literacy problem. You're just wrong. Fuck you. So yeah, like we have We're responsible for 73% of the world's dictatorships, arming and funding them. So it ain't about spreading democracy. That's always been a fucking lie. Always. And we've always prioritized the rich over everyone else. And honestly, like, Republicans, seriously, you look around in the United States, who's worse off? The red states, especially the red states that have been run by Republicans for like fucking forever. How are you blaming anyone else for the harms done by the people you keep voting for? They get you like big mad, and you get tricked by the same 1% of people that own the media that you watch, that makes you mad, misdirects your anger. They lie to you about who the problem is and who's getting the money and who's not. Like, guys, like, you don't understand the fact that, like, if we wanted to have a universal healthcare system, we could just do it for everybody. We could just do it. If we wanted to have universal basic income for everyone, to like raise the floor for everyone, we could just do it. If we wanted to have like housing cost caps or cost controls, we could just do it. If we wanted to have universal childcare for everybody, we could just do it. If we wanted to cut out the insurance companies and just have it be a single payer system, we could just do it. That's not about trans people getting anything. It doesn't affect you at all if trans people get health care. It doesn't affect you. You get mad at that, but you don't care about like profitable like oil companies getting like 700 or more, like depends on your income. But they get a big chunk of your money every single year for subsidies. And like what? Some of the programs for the people that have the least, that have less than you, get like maybe like $36 a year, right, out of your taxes, if you pay taxes, just because you need more, and I think you deserve more too. I'm doing okay, but I'd like to have less of a burden. Like, you know, I shouldn't have predatory student loan debt when college should have been free for all of us, because I went to school and I'm doing like a public service. You know, it helps me make a living, but like I have to make a living. If I could, believe me, if I could do what if I could afford to do what I do for less money, I would. If I could afford it, if I could still get my like housing costs covered or whatever, like, guys, if we could drive down the costs for basic living expenses, if we got like we should get a subsidy. We should get UBI. We could do that. We could make sure that people have guaranteed access to healthy food instead of them manipulating our lives to the point where we're just stuck, like, you know, using these convenience things or whatever. Like, all this stuff is by design, and it serves the 1%. It's you wonder why the left gets mad at like billionaires and all that, and the corporations. It's because they have so much control over our lives. They affect our lives a hell of a lot more than anybody that has less money than you or looks different than you. Just because they look different doesn't make them bad. Doesn't mean they're doing anything wrong. And the law applies. If they do something wrong, they get caught. They're gonna go to court and all that fun stuff. Anyway, I don't know. I got a breakthrough with the truth, and I'm gonna keep posting, even though my shit's getting seriously throttled these days. Part of that might be my fault because I'm not posting as much, but it's probably because of the stuff I talk about, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, you guys take care. Solidarity for all of us. And MAGA, come on, man. Like, please wake up. Please wake up. You're very confused who the enemy is. The people are not your enemy. Folks at the top. They've been crushing us all for like forever, man. It's gotta stop. Systematic reforms are needed. We can do this. Organize, talk to each other. More love, less violence.